Hey, it's Dr. Amit here at Ofek Chiropractic, and today I have with me Kelly Young Silverman. She's going to talk all about Tinkergarten and the outdoor classes that she's leading here in Smyrna. Before I do that, a lot of you know that a big focus in my office is about children and their health and overall well-being. And over the years, what I've seen is that, first of all, as a parent myself, it's it's very overwhelming, right? I have almost a 2-year-old. You have a 3.5-year-old. Yeah, and it's overwhelming. And if that's not enough, over the years I've seen a lot of parents that come in here and they have a lot of health concerns with their child. Sometimes very difficult health concerns. So what I've came up with is what we call a baseline assessment that I offer to all kids under the age of 15, and it's done at my expense. Now, a baseline assessment basically looked at 6 different components: personality issues, learning disabilities, things like ADHD, immune system issues, right, when they have a lot of issue with the immune system, sensory integration, like autism spectrum, emotional issues, and behavioral issues. Now, this assessment is done at my expense. If you want to do one of these, and you can look at all these, check all these things that you may have concerns with your child, and in the bottom even fill out all the concerns you have and how it affects the overall well-being and quality of life, please contact me and I'll email you one of those, and we can actually do the consultation over the phone, or even better, face-to-face. So that's a little bit about my office and our focus in the office. And I'm going to let Kelly talk all about Tinkergarten and the incredible benefits it has for a developing child.
Thank you, Amit. So I'm Kelly Young Silverman, and I'm a Tinkergarten leader. Tinkergarten is their classes, they're educational, play-based, outdoor classes for children 18 months to 8 years. And the real philosophy behind Tinkergarten is the first 8 years of a child's life are very critical for learning and for growing and developing, obviously. So the philosophy is that we believe that the best way for a child to learn is through play. The best environment for a child to learn in is outdoors. And the best teachers are the parents themselves. So these are classes that are for the child, but they're also just as equally for the parent, which is wonderful. You don't get that a lot, so I think that's a really exciting thing about it. So just to give you an idea, a typical class, Tinkergarten class, you're going to find activities. These are expert designed activities that are going to focus on ways that you can develop the child, the motor skills. These are age appropriate, so how to develop their motor skills, how to get them to focus on really important building blocks like we want to build the curiosity in the child, so the curiosity and that love of learning early on. We want to build creativity, problem-solving skills, obviously the motor skills. We want to focus on the behavioral schemas. Leadership is really important. Empathy, which is probably one of my favorite things, is we build empathy and collaboration, but also independence in your child. And then we have these great activities. And one thing I remember one of the leaders saying is that as a leader, you're a facilitator of wonder, which I think is so beautifully put, because basically we provide these activities for the kids, and the parents are called the guides. You're going to observe your child, and you're going to also engage, but the activities themselves are led by the children. The children lead the play. So this is going to help them to grow and to become independent. We do things that we did as a child, activities that, you sometimes forget how much you learn by just diving in and exploring and being curious. So building those mud pies, and okay, so how do we make mud? So the questions that your kids are going to start asking that maybe they...
And as parents, we don't really spend a lot of time doing it. Isn't that like one of the biggest reasons you started Tinkergarten?
Yes, yeah, definitely. Because I wanted my daughter to be outdoors. I think, nature is extreme. Just being a part of nature is extremely important. I think there's something very therapeutic about being outside for everybody. I know you mentioned ADHD, and, we're so bombarded with so much. Being outside, you really get to use all your senses, and I think it's less overwhelming.
Yeah, and I think I read somewhere that kids today spend about 7 hours or 6 hours or so on screens and inside, and this used to be time that as kids, for us, we spent all that time outside learning and experiencing getting all this experience. The kids today, they kind of don't get that anymore. So Tinkergarten is an awesome way to do that. And also as parents, we get to meet other parents and build a community.
Build a community. Yeah, that's another thing that they focus on is they call it, really kind of building your village of like-minded parents who say, oh, you know what, I want my kids to be outside and I want them to have this experience of just being a kid, which I think experience is the best word, is you're letting your child experience the joy of just being a child and having that freedom of play, but learning through your play. And Tinkergarten will actually, a neat thing for parents, I think, because you get a chance to observe your child and engage at the same time, but a lot of times we're like, well, what am I investing in? How is my child learning? Well, Tinkergarten, before the class, they'll tell you what the activity is, what skills your child's taking away from this, and then we talk about it during the class. We have an observing time where the kids get to socialize and just be kids. They're eating their snack, and we're talking about, hey, what did you see your kid doing? How do you think your child learns best? And then afterwards, there's another follow-up email basically telling you what we can do to continue, letting the repetition happen from what you learned from that one particular lesson. And it's done in a season. Classes are 6 to 10 weeks. Every class is a building block from the class before. And we do it, it's seasonal, it's based on seasons. We do it summer, spring, winter, fall. And it's wonderful because we're teaching your kids not to be afraid of getting outside. We're teaching you as a parent not to be afraid to get outside. Because sometimes we're like, oh, I don't want to get out in the rain. Well, I mean, if it's a storm, we're not going to have a class. But we're in there, rain or shine.
And I gotta say, our son, that is almost 2 years old, we've been coming to Tinkergarten for quite a while, and when he sees rain, he will just go outside, and we see those skills that he takes from the Tinkergarten class, and he just, he would just take water and move from one vessel to the other. He would play outside, pick up bugs, and these are just things we've literally seen that he's taking from Tinkergarten and bringing it home. So it's incredible. And you guys offer free trials.
So we're nationwide. There's classes all over the country. It's a growing movement, which is wonderful. And I would strongly suggest, going to Tinkergarten, if you're interested in this, going to tinkergarten.com and finding a class in your area. And every class, before season, there are always free trials to join. And that's great just to get a taste of what to expect from Tinkergarten.
Awesome.
And it's also fun playtime for you and your family, and you're learning at the same time.
Awesome. Kelly, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
And I will have a link in the bottom, and don't hesitate to call Kelly or myself and get some more information. Like our page so you can get more information for updates or events and stuff like that. And thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
Bye.